salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Salamun alaykum ya Ali Madad. Tonight is a Tuesday night, which means we will be having our weekly lecture about the companions of Imam Ali. But before I begin tonight's lecture, please recite aloud salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Today, I will discuss about a very famous companion of Imam Ali. The name of this companion is Hazrat Kumayl. Hazrat Kumayl is from the tribe of Nakha'i. For those who remember my last lectures I recited, I mentioned that Maula Ali A.S was also from the tribe of Nakha'i. What does this mean? This means that Hazrat Kumayl and Maula Ali A.S are both from the tribe of Nakha'i, Kabila Nakha'i. Hazrat Kumayl, we need to understand that he was one of the important companions of Imam Ali A.S and Imam Hassan. He was one of the first people who suggested the deposition of Usman and the Khilafat of Imam Ali. During Imam Ali's Khilafat, he was the governor of a region called Haider, which is a city in Baghdad in Iraq, but just for a very short time. Lots of ahadiths have been narrated from him in Shia sources. The most famous one is the supplication of Kumayl, or maybe some of you know it as Du'a Kumayl. So why not discuss about Du'a Kumayl for our youth, or the supplication of Kumayl? Supplication of Kumayl is a supplication narrated by Hazrat Kumayl Al-Nakha'i. This supplication contains great and noble message for knowing Allah and request of forgiveness for your sins. Allama Majlisi, a very famous Shia scholar, considered this a very important supplication. This dua, this supplication, is among the common supplication that we recite on the eve of 15th of Shahaban and on the Thursday nights, which are known as Shab-e-Jummah. Imam Ali begins the supplication with the name of Allah, and in some parts he asks him about his mercy, power, grandeur, glory, greatness, kingdom, essence, names, knowledge, and light. Then Imam Ali calls Allah and says, "O the light, O the most holy, O the first of the first, and O the last of the last." And then he mentions some consequences of human beings' actions and asks for Allah's forgiveness. Imam Ali has actually mentioned it as the worldwide order of Allah and introduces him as the most merciful. When you start reading it, Imam Ali introduces him as the most merciful. Hazrat Kumayl says, "When I went to Imam Ali's house, I went to him one night and he says, 'For what reason have you come?' I reply, 'I have come to take the supplication of Khidr.'" We need to understand that this is also called, it was called the supplication of Khidr from you. Imam replies, "O Kumayl, if you memorize this supplication, recite it on every Shab-e-Jummah. If you cannot recite it on every Shab-e-Jummah, once a month. If you cannot recite it once a month, once a year. And if yet you cannot recite it once a year, once in your lifetime, so that your affairs will be sorted out. May Allah help you." He says, "Your income will increase, and of course, you will be brought closer to forgiveness. Forgiveness will not leave you." Imam Ali then says, "O Kumayl, while you are with us, please recite the supplication of Khidr, and I promise your income will increase and forgiveness will be near you," which means it's a way of saying that Allah will forgive all your sins and all your affairs, matters, problems will be sorted out. This is the beauty of the supplication of Khidr. Maybe some of you, as I said, know it as supplication of Kumayl or Du'a Kumayl. But as I mentioned in the beginning, my subject was Hazrat Kumayl. And now that I have finished giving you a discussion about the supplication of Kumayl, let's start talking about the supplication of Kumayl. So, as I said, Hazrat Kumayl was from the tribe and the Kabila of Nakha'i, the same tribe from where Maula Ali A.S was from. The Prophet has said, "O Allah, bless the Kabila Nakha'i." Kabila in English means tribe. Our Prophet says, "Oh Allah, bless the tribe of Nakha'i, because so many supporters of Imam Ali will be and are from the Qabila Nakha'i." Hazrat Kumayl was 18 years old when the Prophet passed away. He was one of the first, as I mentioned, one of the first who pledged allegiance to Imam Ali in the first day of his Khilafat. He participated in the battle that took place during the time of Imam Ali's Khilafat, including the Battle of Siffin. And you need to understand that he was trusted by Imam Ali a lot, and Imam Ali would tell Hazrat Kumayl some of his secrets. Hazrat Kumayl was among the first people who suggested the deposition of Usman and the Khilafat of Imam Ali. Hazrat Kumayl is one of the 10 persons who were exiled from Kufa. Exiled means when we ban you from a city. He was one of the 10 people who were exiled, banned from the city of Kufa. This is another way of saying you cannot enter the city. Hazrat Kumayl was one of the 10 who were exiled from the city of Kufa, sent to Syria during the Khilafat of Usman. Imam Ali had actually already told Hazrat Kumayl about his martyrdom. Imam Ali had already informed Hazrat Kumayl his martyrdom and how it will happen. Most historians say that he passed away in the year of 83 after Hijrah. It is said that he was 90 when he had been martyred. You need to understand that Hazrat Kumayl was killed by the order of Hajjaj Mal'un. Hajjaj summoned him, but he fled. So Hajjaj started persecuting his relatives and tribes and the other Shias. When Kumayl heard what Hajjaj was doing, Kumayl knew he had to immediately return. So Hazrat Kumayl himself, he returned to Hajjaj. And then, you want to know what beautiful thing Hazrat Kumayl did? Hazrat Kumayl started to recite the Faza'il of Imam Ali in front of Hajjaj Mal'un, because Hazrat Kumayl did not fear anyone except for Allah. When Hazrat Kumayl arrived, he started to recite the Faza'il of Imam Ali in front of Hajjaj Mal'un. After a very brief conversations between Hazrat Kumayl and Hajjaj gave the order for the execution of Hazrat Kumayl, and then Hazrat Kumayl was murdered. My respected Azadars, if you ever want to visit his tomb, it is located on the route of Kufa to Najaf. When you are traveling from Kufa to Najaf, there you will see that there's a masjid near Masjid Hanana. The Masjid Hanana is a very famous mosque in Iraq.